I'm gonna jerk my dick. I'm gonna jerk my dick. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna beat my dick. I'm gonna beat my dick. Woo!
Oh.
That's some real shit, boy. You can't wait. You be like, yes. All right.
Are we done? Are we done?
Yeah, we good. I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, so why don't you go ahead, how we want to introduce the thing?
All right. Welcome, everyone. This is it. It's a long time coming. Welcome to Cheesesteaks and Chicken Boxes, a.k.a. CNC. I am 1/3 of your host, Mr. LOTP, a.k.a. Nate. Right there, we have Amos Styles. We also have John Bully, the king of sneaks, bots. You dig?
I don't know how I feel about that king of sneaks. He is.
It is what it is. The man supported us. That's for damn sure. So it is whatever. But welcome to the first episode of Cheesesteak and Chicken Boxes. I mean, for everyone out there, I don't know if you all know, it is a crazy dynamic between that name why we chose it. If you ain't catch on, it's because we have these brothers over here that are from Baltimore. And what is Baltimore known for, fellas?
Chicken boxes.
Chicken boxes, bro.
Chicken boxes. And let me tell you something. As a young brother who came up to Baltimore
with chicken boxes and crab cakes, those are two.
That's the two things.
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you,
you gotta have that half and half too.
When I came to Baltimore, the first thing I heard, I'm like, "What the hell is a chicken box?" Like it was confusing as hell. We was like,
"This ain't no KFC.
It's a box of chicken."
What? That was different though. Coming from Philly, that was different.
Yeah, we never called it no chicken box. It was either 4 wings and fried rice or 4 wings and fries.
But you know what? We can't be mad at him, Bully, because sure as shit, when I went to fucking Philly to get me a cheesesteak, first time I went, he was like, "What you want on?" I was like, "Yeah, lettuce, tomatoes, da-da-da-da-da." He was like, looked at me. All the chefs looked at each other. He was like, "Oh, you want a hoagie?" I said, "No, I can't want cheesesteak."
All this shit you don't put together.
That's when I looked at Nate. Nate was like, "This is what he want." And that was the first time I met him. And that's like our footprint on either side of the equation there, man. Cheesesteak and chicken boxes, yo.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But that's the reason that it's ill and it makes me chuckle, because you got to think about how all this came about. You know what I mean? Like, how long we been talking about doing a podcast? How long have we been talking about doing a podcast? You know what I'm saying?
It's been a
while. It's been a while. It's been some years. I mean, just like it's been in the making that we have these ideas and we talk and we text, and we just wanted it to come fruition, and we were also scared at the same time. We're also nervous of failing.
I remember you sending texts in 2019 of different podcasts, and right at the end of it, you'd be like, "We should do our own podcast." Like, I remember that far back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I remember we played with it in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then towards the end of 2020, you heard what I said drop, and we was just like, "Oh, we gotta do it. The brothers is doing it." Then we felt enthused and motivated by it. We was like, "You know what?
Definitely agree on that." Yeah,
love their podcast too. Love their podcast. Definitely do.
Definitely, you heard what I said. It's definitely a podcast. Go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, streaming everywhere.
But
it's crazy that it took us a long time to get this even together, because we have the gift to do this, I believe. So it's like, this is some shit that we should have been just partaking in, because we got a lot to share with the people. So
indeed. And just, at the end of all our conversations, you know what I mean? We always end up saying like, "Yo, we could record this." And it would be, just talking not too long about, like the new norms, you know what I'm saying? Like, that whole narrative is, matter of fact, let's talk about that. The new norms, like how it is right now. I'm used to seeing you all the time. You know what I mean? Now you're in Philly. You know, we still link up on the phone. You know what I mean? But when you come down, it's it's love. But either or, the texting, it's literally the new norm. Like that's my one-to-one intimate type of connection with anybody that I talk to nowadays. Yeah, I mean, how y'all dealing with that new norm?
That new norm, the crazy part about it is our generation is a generation that had it and didn't have it. However, we're at the point right now where if I had my phone and I left it in the house and I drove off for about 3 or 4 lights from my house and the phone is left in the house, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back in the house to get the phone. that's a new norm. It's crazy.
And it's crazy because it's like we depend on that shit for everything. It's our life. It never made sense because it's like back then you could just go out, have a good time, do this, do that. Never worried about calling a nigga or whatever, or having your phone on you at all times by your hip in your pocket. But now, if you don't, you feel naked out here. You need it for everything.
Clutching your pearls, like, oh,
man, like what the like? How you look at yourself like, how the fuck did I forget my phone? Like that's the first thing you check before you walking out the damn door. You like you tapping pockets, like yeah,
but you know,
it ain't. Where's my fucking phone? You always asking for a phone.
Out there feeling naked like Tim's without the leather.
And the crazy part is that's just one of the norms. You know what I'm saying? The next norm is everywhere you go, all the damn time, make sure you got a mask on. 24/7. That's a new norm. That's a new norm right now.
It's crazy. It is a norm. It is a norm. It's to the point where I think in the beginning of the pandemic, because we're past a year of it now, but in the beginning of the pandemic, it was like you would be walking to the store and be like, oh, forgot my mask. Got to run back to the car and get my mask. Now, you always got the mask. But as far as the new norm, when you go over like, certain houses, whether it's like family members or not, are you wearing the mask? Are you not wearing the mask? Because the mask is the new norm.
Here's a crazy, funny hindsight thought, right? When I say it's a new norm, I literally mean that. Picture this. Mm-hmm. Think about this right now. You out and about in a social setting with 200 people, like a homecoming setting. You know what I mean? Face just raw, no mask, everybody with. How does that make you feel? Does that make you feel comfortable? Just the description of it?
Nah, that made me feel uncomfortable.
My point exactly.
We're talking about
it. 2 years ago, homecoming, we all, hey, what's up? MSU, by the way. We all hugging everybody. That was our norm. Now, the idea of being that close to somebody is an immediate, like, whoa, just that. You know what I mean? That's a new norm, That's literally where we at right now.
And I think it's a shame that it's like that now, man, because it's just weird. It's felt like because it was just 2019, we was just up in settings, parties, doing that. Everybody all close, like you said, hugging, shaking hands, showing love in each other's face, interacting. And it's like now, you are nervous. You get around somebody, you like, I know you, but where you been?
You know what I'm saying? And you only got this right here. This is just this. Because if I see you and you ain't got no mask on, I'm like, unless I know you, unless I, you know what I mean? Certain people, I just be like, you good. I trust for whatever reason. You seem clean.
But the crazy thing is you don't know. You don't know. Like some people can be symptomatic. Some people can be asymptomatic. I'm somebody that got the shot. And the shot was crazy. Just let you guys know the first.
As soon as you told me you got that, my heart dropped for you, Bully. I'm glad you're looking good, brother.
But yeah. So after I got like the first shot, nothing. Fine. Just kind of like tetanus shot feeling in the arm, pain.
You had like that eagle kind of swag with you at the the arm gets sore and all that.
Yeah, just that. Got that in there. But after the second shot though, for a day and a half, I felt off. I was just like,
off as in sick or off as in like disoriented? Like, what do you mean by off?
Disoriented, fatigue, just not feeling myself. But then after that day and a half, a day and a half.
That's
and
it.
After that, good.
It's crazy.
There was no hangover effect. Like it wasn't like it was immediate. Like you felt better the next day after that.
The next day, it was crazy. It was like day and night.
Yeah, you ain't the only one that said that. I know somebody else that I know a couple of people that took the shot, and they said the second shot is worse than the first. They feel like they feel more pain with the second shot, and maybe a little bit more starting to feel like maybe a slight side effect or whatever. But I mean, I'm telling you now, I'm ready to take the vaccination. I'm just waiting my turn. I filed it in Pennsylvania.
You know, and I'm telling you, I'll be damned.
Yeah, well, we
why almost? Why?
Yeah, I would love to know why.
I don't feel comfortable doing it at all. I don't feel comfortable doing it. It's too soon. I just need to sit back and just watch how things go. You know, I'm optimistic, you know what I mean? But I haven't even gotten a flu shot, and I'm fine. My kids, same thing. And I'm like, I question, you know what I mean? This is no judgment. Like, I question if individuals would have still pursued the shot had it not been somehow intertwined in being mandatory. You know, it really, really took a push on people that was on the front line. You know, you're a nurse. You damn sure. I don't care what you think. All right, well, fine, quit. You know, you say that to somebody. All right, fine, I'm gonna get it. Education. It's been a hard push on teachers getting it. If you say you ain't getting it, I would wonder or question. I would think 9 times out of 10 you probably compromising your job. But if thereby that constraint being there, and now you're talking about it's required. If it was not required, would you have been that optimistic to get it? Is kind of where my question comes from for those individuals.
See, but with me, without saying what my job is, it wasn't necessarily mandatory. However, I could be in contact with a lot of people. And with me knowing that I'll be in contact with a lot of people on my job, I felt as though that not just looking out just for me, but looking out for like my wife, my family, I think that, you know, it would have been a responsible thing for me to get the shot. So that's why I got the shot. And me, I'm a person that hasn't gotten a flu shot in years. I probably haven't gotten a flu shot in probably like 9, 10 years. And I haven't, you know, gotten a flu, but this is something that was completely different. So that's why I went that route. I went that route, not really for myself, but really looking out for others.
I think I took my whole direction was I kept hearing everybody saying the same thing. Some people didn't want to do it. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of minorities, as far as us Black people and things of that sort, we all were nervous on why we gonna take something that y'all created within a year. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna front. My mindset was, I'm gonna be the first nigga in line when they come out with this vaccination. Because my whole thing is I'm ready to get this shit back to what it was. Getting out of this bubble, getting life back into order. Yeah, granted, COVID is gonna be the new shit around where it's gonna be around forever. It's gonna be like the flu and other diseases and shit like that. But my thing is, at some point, we gotta get back. We gotta get back to getting to what we do. Like people need that social interaction.
Yeah,
it's driving a lot of people nuts. People losing their minds. And I get everybody didn't want to do it because they think like, well, this is just ridiculous because it's too fast and we're not waiting. I know, because your mind is like, I don't trust that. But at some point, you're gonna have to trust some type of system to make us get back to what we want to get back to. Because it ain't
I think that's 100% accurate.
And that mask shit too, because you still gonna have to wear your mask. But I think if you catch COVID, I think the vaccination is supposed to help that. What is it like? Not make you feel more sick. Fight it off. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like in the high 90s percentage wise. However, even though I got the shot, I'm still acting like I didn't get the shot. So I'm still wearing my mask. I'm still, you know, kind of, you know.
As you should.
What's up? You know, I'm still acting that way. I'm not acting invincible. I'm still acting like I still can get it. But it's just like I have an extra layer of protection. That's how I look at it right now.
That's a testament to our generation, you know. That's one of the reasons why I feel like our generation is one of the dopest, if not the strongest of all of them. Because we've gone through so many drastic changes. You know what I mean? Think about it. I mean, we've gone from, you know, just outside being the only means of entertainment to the TV being the size of a damn couch, to it being about this thin, to no music. You got the CD player, and then you go to the iPad, and then it's all on your phone, and then I don't know how many outbreaks we done gone through. Now here we are. It's down to the point where, you know, no longer outside. I can just communicate with you on this. That's the new norm. And now when I see you, I gotta have a mask on. That's where we at now. And we've gone through literally so much change. And it blows my mind sometimes, but we've always got through it. So, you know, shout out to our generation. But that's the new norms, yo. That's the new norms. You know what else is a new norm?
What?
Y'all want to know the most important new norm of all of them?
Know this?
Hold up. You really want to know the most important new fucking norm of today?
What is that?
The fact that you cannot walk into a fucking sneaker store, see the shoe that you want, and buy it for the price that it's listed for.
You understand what I'm saying? This is coming from frustration.
That is also the norm, okay?
This is the frustration that hits because when you trying to get J's today and they came out and you couldn't hit it because everybody is on computer online. I'm gonna tell you what the real reason is. See, 3 years ago, before it was a real big deal. I mean, sneakers was a big deal, but before it was a bigger deal. 3 years ago, you could go on champs.com, footlocker.com, easily get the sneaks, go get them delivered, go wait in line real quick. You probably
you buy maybe two or three of them. You know what I mean?
You can just do that. But since the fucking pandemic hit and everybody's home and everybody all of a sudden now loves sneakers.
Not unless
go nowhere.
Because he was doing it before the pandemic.
You love them, and you like, fuck it. I'm going to get them because I'm going to resell them, or I'm going to rock them, and I'm going to make shit on other niggas and be like, yo, look at my feet. But this bot shit, John, you're the king of these bots. Explain to these people.
Yeah, you selfish bastard.
Why these bots are taking over the world and not letting normal guys like me and Mo.
Yeah, man. Tell us about your boys, yo. Tell us about your boys, yo. Yeah.
That we love.
Well, pretty much what a bot is, it's like a computer program that can get and check out sneakers at a fast rate and a whole lot of, so you yourself, you're just one user trying to go after the shoe, right? So certain people have computer programs where they have 1,000 tasks going after one shoe. So you're one person going after 1,000, but there's a lot of people with these 1,000 tasks going after these shoes. Then on top of that, you got people that backdoor things. So a backdoor is like this. Let's say, for instance, Neat, you got a sneaker store, you got Foot Locker, and at Foot Locker, you're supposed to be 100 shoes coming to this store. 100 shoes coming to the store, right?
Right.
However, me, the manager of the store, I know that the resale game is tough. So what I could do is I could take those shoes, 100 is now down to probably 50 because I took 50 of those and I sold those.
It's not right.
It's not right, but it happens.
Putting it mildly. Saying it's not right is not giving it
it happens.
Nah, I need use this. It's more than that.
And me, what I do,
right.
what I do I buy shoes sometimes? Yeah, but I do it just to put it on my feet. I'm not like during drops. I'm not the people that's making this hitting like 10, 15, 20. I'm not the person that have like all these shoes stacked up. I'll be doing that thing so I
can I ask a question?
Shoe. Go ahead.
We staying on the topic, but you take the shoes out of the equation, right? Same schematics, same logistics, all of that crap. Replace the tennis shoes with toilet paper. And all of the toilet paper was selling out everywhere. Do you think it would have been regulated by now or still going?
That was happening in the beginning of the pandemic. You don't remember?
And what happened? They put a stop to that shit quick, right? Am I wrong? Didn't they not put a stop to that shit real quick because...
No, they didn't put a stop to it. They just started stocking more.
It was a sticker there that said 1 per person. Okay, I remember that. Even at
no, they say that in shoe stores too. But you know what people do? They jig their addresses, and they get more pairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what really fucking the game up.
People jig their addresses. That's how they get more pairs.
These apps, StockX, Goat, etc., etc. All these sneaker apps around here are messing the game up because of the resale price of these sneakers.
And that's just
in cahoots, though. I think they're in cahoots. I think like
they have to be.
They in cahoots with StockX.
Which one is? Was it Goat or was it?
They be having these
one of them is
released.
One of them is funded by Foot Locker.
StockX.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold up. Keep talking. I pull this shit up. Yeah, hell yeah.
The plot
Foot Locker and StockX are in cahoots with each other. Basically, you can get sneakers like Foot Locker or StockX load of sneakers to sell on their website that they can't get out of their own store. You see what I'm saying? Or if they want to make that profit from it. So StockX joined them in conjunction with that.
Foot Locker is an investor with StockX.
With StockX, yeah.
Either StockX, I'm confirming if it's StockX or Goat. It's one of the two.
It's one of them too, but I'm thinking
it's crazy.
And that's the only one that I know of where I've seen it in black and white. So if one Foot Locker is in, I can guarantee you other sneaker stores hide, the downtown locker rooms, not the name drop, but I'm pretty sure they're not the only one. You know what I'm saying? The biggest purchase that got.
What would you do though? What would you do though if you was a manager of the store? Taking out of the equation that you want shoes. If you were the manager of a store, let's say for instance you're a manager of the store and you getting these pairs in, right? And somebody says, let's say for instance this shoe is $180. You see it selling for $450, $500 on StockX. But you could sell it to this one dude right here for $400. What would you do?
There's two different answers.
Go ahead.
They're coming from two different sides of me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The most that's like, you know what? I got 2 kids. I got responsibilities. I need this money. Which times are tight. If I find a loophole where I can make some money, I'm gonna go for that. That side of me is like, hell fucking yeah. The side of me that's morally conscious, I need this job. If this shit comes back to me, that type of thing. Or the one that's more of a sneakerhead and kind of want to make sure that people, everyone gets their shit. That side of me is like, nah. You know what I mean? So I understand it from both sides. I get the gimme part of it. If I find a plug, just like Joe Hibbert did, he pulled the Frank Lucas. A lot of people mad at him, the Nike exec. I think what he did is fucking genius. I still hate on all of them, but he cut out all the middlemen. He went all the way to Africa, got the shit raw, brought the shit back fresh off the boat from Nike, and he flipped it on the streets. Yo, applause.
Yeah, those joints are what they call like UAs, unauthorized joints, aka fakes. So
what I understand about that whole thing though is if he bought upward of 600,000 sneakers, and he spent 100,000+ on a company American Express, credit card. How is that not a violation of company policy? I don't understand how that is not a violation of company policy, 1, and 2. How come that is not deemed illegal where charges wouldn't be pressed? I don't understand that. You know what I mean?
Money. You got to follow money. If people's palms are being greased, they ain't gonna go after it.
True.
Follow the dollar. Morally, it's not right. So if you follow the dollar, if people's palms are being greased, they're gonna look the other way.
2018 and the mom hollers out that there was no, she made them aware that, her son doing yada, yada, yada. And they deemed it wasn't an issue then. You know what I mean? But no charges on the company car that came up at this time. Mm-hmm. So now we, 4 years down the road, 3 years down the road, and now you're aware of the business. A charge has come out illegally from the person who's not only responsible for the North American, Northeast District, I don't forget whatever region
North America of Nike.
But she's also in charge of the inventory on the sneaker app, which is where we all fucking going. I know I was there this morning. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So she in charge of all of that, and off of her company card, son yanks all these sneakers, and it is not illegal. Get what's called all of the fuck out of here. That is, how is that not illegal? How is that not?
He's white. He's white. He's privileged, and that's what the world is today. You get that.
I didn't want to say that, but for the record, that was Nate that said that. Most of it.
I guess what it is.
For the record,
why should I not say that? Because when you looking from it from my point of view, you looking at it like, yo, if I was black and I did the same shit, yeah, you got that right. They'd have had me in the jail real quick. They'd have charged me all up because they'd be like, look, why is this black boy over here using our credit card, charging all these sneaks and getting all this bread from and reselling it?
I was about to say, not only charging, he's reselling it. You just
reselling. That's what I'm saying. Reselling it, getting all this bread and making
by the thousands.
Than how much these fucking sneaks cost. Yeah, they have a real big problem with that. But the simple fact of the matter is that his mom was one of them executives, one of them head executives. He's young, he's white. Oh, he don't know no better. Oh, just teach him a lesson. Slap him on the wrist. He's privileged.
You know what I think it is? I think not only that, her stepping down, I think there's a drastic attempt on Nike's side to make sure that this stays quiet. I think if it continues, if the layers continue to get pulled back, I think Nike's fucking PR is going to take a dive. Nike is still dope. They can take it, but I think they're going to take a little dive.
Nike will always be the best sneaker company in the world. They don't get anything can happen. It don't matter. But this lady
is like the
she can resign and she can go to Adidas. Somebody will pick her ass up in a minute because they gonna be like, well, we like what you did over there. Besides, they ain't worried about what her son did. They gonna be like, oh, we like what you did over there. Come over to us. She can go to New Balance. She can go to Adidas.
I'm sorry, you New Balance.
But the crazy thing is
she has the option to go to and flourish.
The crazy thing is this though. Everybody is thinking since this occurred, and she's out of the equation, and he's and the son is not doing whatever anymore, that their L's are gonna stop on sneakers at. No. Because it won't slow down either.
Today,
as you can see today,
it
won't slow down. It's going to continue going on because she was the sacrificial lamb, and it's still going on. But the difference between her son and what's the other people in the company is her son was chasing that clout, and it got found out about. Everyone else is probably still going
about the money. You think he got a little too cocky?
Yep.
I don't understand. Why would you take pictures?
Clout is a
hell of a show inventory, or was it just kind of him doing his little I'm being a boss type of thing? You know what I mean? Like, why would you take? If I bought a bunch of something illegal, which I would never do because I'm a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen, but if I did, I would not take pictures for the gram and stand right in front of it on some cheese, here I am type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did. Multiple. Over 3 years. And you're doing
with the Jordan 1s on. With a fucking $25,000 sneakers on.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what though? we almost 3 times his age. I mean, this is well, not 3 times his age, twice his age. But you gotta look at it as like a young kid. Clout is big for them. Like how we were talking about earlier, how we got to see this world without cell phones, without the internet, and without this information age. We saw it before that. they were born into this. So they're born into like clout chasing and being online and showing all their stuff online. We know how to move in silence. We can if we want to. It's some people our age and older that probably clout chase too, but you know what I mean? Gotta be.
So it's a lot of them, you know what I mean? You gotta put some emphasis on that. It's a lot of them. We know a lot of them. It's a lot of them.
But this generation clout chases a lot, and that's why it happened.
Clout is what runs the world right now. You want to show like, yeah, look at me. This is who I am.
You know,
you really ain't that nigga. When you really look back, you be like, that ain't that nigga. I know that ain't that nigga. But go ahead.
not to take a commercial break. You know what the clout chasing that really rubs me the wrong way, that just annoys me? I understand it, but it annoys the fuck out of me.
Right.
When people are in a hospital and they take pictures of like their hospital band, and they take pictures and they, you know, talking about, and then the messenger will say something like, having a rough day. And I'm just like,
that's touchy.
It's just, I mean, like, I just don't get it. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things where I'm like,
I'm gonna agree with you. I don't think, but see, that's once again, we get back to what we just talked about before, that new norm shit. That's the new norm. People want to see. People feel like everybody wants to see what they do in their everyday life. Mm-hmm. I don't need to know that you're in a hospital. You know what I'm saying? I don't, because.
And if I do know, give me a phone call. You know what I mean?
Tell me a phone call. It's like you want that sympathy from the world that's watching you, and you're not going to get it from everybody.
You got
everybody looking at you like this.
You know what I'm saying? And you, I'm having a bad day, and the applesauce is halfway open, and you know, you got the panic, but I don't. It's just it's clickbait.
I don't mean to laugh, but that is a new norm.
That's the new norm.
It's just like it's a clout chase though. But the new norm is clout chasing. But sometimes you gotta move in silence. Now I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna show my ones online when I rock them. That's how I do.
That's a different type of.
But you know, the part of me that agrees with it is
that shit don't stop. This shit match what I got on. Just don't know that.
I don't know if y'all can see me.
I already know what you're wearing.
You already know what I'm rocking.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. I digress, yo. I digress. But, you know, with all of these new norms and, you know, shit just being, you know, left and right and everybody's kind of fall apart, you know, our relationship is just mainly texting. You know, we got you getting married soon, which is phenomenal, but there's no areas where I can really give you that, and, you know, that face-to-face is far and few nowadays. You know what I mean? You think that like has an effect on like your relationships, your friendships of people that you just outside of us, like your normal people that you tight with? This new norm, does it have any impact on those friendships? Are you closer with people, or you think y'all kind of drifted apart from your day ones?
When you saying that, are you talking about during the pandemic, or you just talking about kind of during the text?
From pandemic to date. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Like I could literally show up at your house, or you could show up at my house, and there's not going to be, you know, no hesitance, or make sure you got your mask on. It's all, you would just innately just go out, you know, and we link up. Mm-hmm. Or if I said we going to such and such, there will be no hesitance. Now there's hesitance. How many people going to be there? How many? 20? 20. That's shit. That's a lot of motherfuckers. That's where we're at now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just thinking, since you don't have those type of outings that kind of, social interaction brings people together closer. I think after Nate's marriage, you know what I'm saying, we going to get even closer. The moments that we had at your wedding brought us all closer. Every time all these Kodak moments bring you closer. And when you don't have that physical interaction, you know what I'm saying, it kind of dilutes it a bit, just to keep it a buck. And since now the phone is the main, you know what I mean, your day ones, the people that you're close with, does that part of it affect the friendship? Are you closer? Does it make you, drift away because y'all don't have a lot of Kodak moments? I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm gonna say with you guys, we pretty much like text and do gifts and everything like every day, like little funny gifts on the phone. We do that every day. So I'm gonna say either we got closer or we're just as close. As far as like family events, there's not that many family events that go on. There's not that many family events that go on because it's going to be too many of us.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's going to be too many of us there. So as far as like family events, no, we don't have too many family events. And then when we do have a family events, it's like you try to abbreviate them. It's like for, let's say, for instance, Christmas or Thanksgiving, it was just immediate family over at my parents' house. And my parents usually have everyone. I mean, people coming in from different states and everything, but we just had it really abbreviated. So on a family tip, it's almost like we're separate. However, Zoom, I just like recently did a baby shower with one of my first
AKA
cousins.
New Norm, by the way. New Norm. Keep going.
Yeah, baby shower over Zoom, which I've gone through two of them. My one of my sisters and also my first cousin. And I felt as though family that I didn't see in a long time with my first cousin and like, some extended family, that was the first time I really got to see them in a long time. And I felt closer in that moment. So it's weird because I don't get to see them as much because they're in like plenty different states all over the United States. However, when we did that baby shower, we were just kind of just like, seeing each other's family, talking, laughing and everything. So that brought us closer. But like my family that I was that's really, really close with, we don't see each other as much. It's more of kind of like, calling, texting, or like abbreviated family events. So it's different.
You closer with your people's, Nate, or no impact? It's still same old, same old.
It's still the same old, same old. I mean, it's just that different events and shit that happen is just at a smaller scale. That's all it is. I mean, it is different in a way of because how you communicate now, because you don't want to put anybody else in danger. But if you still have that trust with some of your people, or if you know what they're doing on a normal basis, then you don't mind coming around or having them coming around in your space. You see what I'm saying? And interacting in that manner. But for me, it's just everything is still normal to me. It's just on a smaller scale. Like I still feel as though I can go out and go to Baltimore, see y'all real quick, but it's only going to be us three or maybe 4 or 5. It ain't going to be no more than that. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question, then, Nate. If I say, yo, man, come on down X, whatever date or whatever, we all going out, right? And you was like, where? And I was like, this spot. And you was like, how many people going to be there? It's going to be maybe about 100 people. It's like this little venue. How are you going to feel about that?
Is it outside?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know if I'm coming to that joint.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
I might catch like the after party with like 6 people.
But when does that fade? Like, is
I don't know. Dude, when you get your COVID shot, most say no, I'm joking.
It's true. Get that vaccination and it'll fade. Trust me. This bull Biden said, I'm gonna have everybody vaccinated by May. Yo, he ain't lying. Half of America is like, you know what? That like that's but it's crazy because now you see they starting to let people into the games. They start to let fans come into arenas now. But it's going to be at a smaller scale. Anytime, my thing is this: if they saying that, okay, this is our guideline for it, we allow 25% capacity in some place. If that 25% is 100 people, then guess what? I'm going to be all right. But you got to think of this too. This is what makes it worse. Mm-hmm. We go to these stores like the market. We go to any other store. Think about that. You go to Walmart, you go to the supermarket, you go to these different types of stores and malls and shit like that. Guess what?
It'd be mad
it's
people
over 100 motherfuckers in these places.
Yeah.
And you're still around each other. Yeah, y'all got your mask on, but guess what? You're still around each other. Sure. So social distancing is not really practiced the way it should be, because when you waiting in a line or you waiting at a deli counter, everybody is like 2 feet away from you. Hey man, what's up? It's like 6 feet, motherfucker. But It ain't being funny.
Take a pause real quick and peep the Philly in him right now. You know, if you're in line or you're at the deli counter, that's the.
You know what I mean? You get your lunch meats and your cheese and shit like that. And you got Joe Schmo over here to your right, and you got Becky to your left, and they all close talkers. Yeah, you got your mask on, but it's like, damn, didn't they just say 6 feet away from me? Like, why aren't you your cart over this way, like farther away?
Yeah, you know what makes me fucking uncomfortable? If I'm at the mall, you know what I'm saying, or I'm in the grocery store, and you know how they got those little circles on the ground, and they like when somebody not abiding by them circles, and they like right up behind you, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, same thing they was saying. As soon as you said that, that's what I thought about. Like people be all up on you, and you get over the face, you move up 2 steps, they move up 3 and shit. I'm like, bitch, you don't see the circles? You know,
and then you give them the look. You give them the look like this. You get that look back, like
stay in your circle.
Then the person in front of you move up. You don't go nowhere, so you put a little buffer in front of you.
Yeah, like you follow it, and you like, all right.
And then he tap you on the back, like somebody, hey man, 6 feet.
It's sad, man. It's sad, man. So that's why
you'll skip an aisle. You'll go down a joint and you'll skip an aisle because there's more than 2 people in it. So you'd be like, you know what? I'll just go get the plates first.
I do. I'll get that later.
I'll come back to this aisle and shit. It's too crowded.
Just get nervous.
It's crazy.
Looking at your escape plan, you'd be like, I don't think they're gonna move. Let's go on to this next aisle. I'll get some toilet paper. I'll come back and get that vegetable oil.
Here's the one good thing COVID did as far as traffic in the motherfucking stores. If you're in that situation and you're stuck in the aisle, it's getting better though. Like people will favor their side of the aisle because of COVID. Like, you know, just to let people pass. I don't know if y'all have noticed that when you passing people in the aisle, everyone, you know, kind of like a spatula to the side and let everybody pass. It didn't used to be like that. You had people that walk down the middle of the aisle. There's probably a lot of people that look like us. But either or, then you got people on the left and the rights and shit. Now with COVID, people scared to pass each other. Yo. Like we literally, that's just the new norm. You know what I mean? That's just,
I'll wait. Somebody over there in the bread section, I'll be like, all right.
Let me go get the bread. Let me go get the cheese.
Yeah. It's get crazy. Your bread. They taking long, making life decisions. Let me go over and get the cheese. I'll be back.
It's crazy because a lot of people just don't care no more, man. I think people are at the point where it's the frustration has really set in. And at this point, now it's just on some like, listen, I'm going to do what I got to do. Because now nobody's scared no more to really come out like they used to be. Like when this shit first hit, scared.
Unless it's y'all. Unless it's people that I'm cool with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just come right on out and be like, even during COVID, I still had that little homecoming gathering. But those were people that, you know, I fucks with. Those are people that I'm close with. You know what I'm saying? I trust these individuals. You can't trust everybody, but, you know, I just was willing to step over that line because this is a desperate attempt to, you know, have my close peers near me. I would risk it. If I'm going to risk it, these are some of the individuals that I would risk it with. I got to give that to somebody. I can't just be sitting up here on my computer screen like this. I need physical interaction. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I do miss that, man.
I get it.
And now, you know, when we out in the malls and the stores and all that, I got to have my headphones on. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm already by myself. I can't talk to nobody. So, I'm listening to my headphones. And because I'm listening to my headphones, now I'm starting to find out that I'm listening to a lot of stuff that I don't know if I'm ashamed of it. Because, you know, you go through all your music when you're at the stores. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I have one of them in. But when I think about that, I'm like, all this weird stuff I'm listening to, it makes me think like for y'all, like what artists or like songs do you like? Like literally like artists and or songs that you like that would probably surprise the hell out of your friends, out of your peers. Like, you know, they like if you took it out and I could hear the music, I'd be like, you listening to that? Like, y'all got it? Is it just me?
No.
Alone on this limb?
Yeah.
I probably am.
Yes. Because nigga, it ain't no surprise with me.
Probably me, probably Nirvana.
Who?
Nirvana. Y'all probably wouldn't think
I know that one.
Nirvana.
I think, for me, it's probably, I was going through my list one day on Shuffle, and a song from Coldplay came on. And I listened to it from beginning to end, yo. I'm telling you. I can't even think of what it was, yo. But
I don't think, but see, for me, I don't think I always been that into various shit. So like,
and so it's not
always MTV. I was always eclectic with I'm like, I'll listen to this in a heartbeat. Like, if it caught my ear and I thought it sounded good, I'm like, so when somebody say, yeah, like, what do you listen to? I'll be like, I listen to all that shit. Whatever's hot to me, I'm just listening to. So I don't have no surprise artists. Like, I listen to all the Nirvanas, the Billie Eilish, the new kids, these new cats out that come out here, like the Ariana Grandes. I listen to all that shit.
Now, some stuff. Oh, go ahead.
Because real quick, because it's like my kids are into that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's what I listen to. So whatever my kids is on to, and they bring me all these new artists and these young artists, I listen to all that. So it's kind of like I'm into the norm. I know what's going on. But go ahead.
Now, something that will probably surprise you that I listen to, and it's because I grew up on it with my parents, is like 60s type of music. So like a Sam Cooke or like Drifters or Marvelettes. And it's crazy because like if I'm ever at my parents' house and they have like, some older people over there and they're playing their music and I'm singing everything word for word, and they're like, how do you know that? But things like that. And I'll be rocking something like that, like on my Apple Music or in my car, because that's just like what my I grew up on.
Did you always do that, or was that like before, like? And I don't want to attribute like a COVID or the pandemic with, listening to a lot more music, but I think it does allow us to kind of pry and prick at all of the introverted sides of us, like listening to music or going through all your music or your series that you haven't seen. So have you always been on like listening to like a lot of the 60s music? Was that like a part of your character?
Yeah, always. Remember the beginning of Eddie Murphy Raw? Remember how they had a little boy like singing and dancing in the beginning? Well, Ashley was Tatiana Ali was like singing and dancing, and then went on and did his comedy. But that was me. Like when I was a kid, I was always like performing and singing. So that's why I know all of those songs. Now during the pandemic, I probably binge watch a whole lot of things.
Pause for a minute. For all y'all that don't know, that guy Bully, he's a singing motherfucker, man. This he's a singing somebody. I can't sing, Nate can't sing, but that boy Bully over there,
don't put me in that group of I can't sing, nigga. I can sing really well.
It is
got me up so high.
Okay, like I can hit those notes. You dig?
Nate's like a Puffy. He can hype man the track. He ain't no singer. He ain't singing shit.
I can do some shit with it, but whatever. I mean, I'm with you, John. Like for me, I can listen to all that old shit. Like I grew up on that. My grandma played Al Green crazy. I'm a big Al Green fan. Simply because she played that a lot. My mom, she had those records. She had the 45s of records. I'm hearing James Brown growing up. I'm hearing Luther growing up. I'm hearing all types of older artists. I'm hearing Gladys Knight. I'm hearing Patti LaBelle. Like the list goes on. Like, so it's like you get all that. That's why, like you said, our generation, we got to enjoy music from
so many
the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. We got to see and enjoy all that. You see what I'm saying? These kids today.
Part of the 80s, you get a taste of the 70s and the 60s, and probably some jig shit that was in the 50s. But you get a taste of all of it and the new shit.
And the new shit. And a lot of these cats don't even know half of the shit that we listened to in the 90s and early 2000s was sampled from bands, live bands from the 70s.
One of the funnest playlists that we got out of all of the playlists that we share, I don't know if y'all know it, we share playlists a lot. You know what I'm saying? We got this one playlist where we play like the original of that song. Whatever it is, and you just the game about it is you have to guess, the today's version of that song when it was remixed. And that game has been going on for about how long with us? I feel like it's been a minute.
Oh, it's been going on for years.
I
love it though, because some of them are easy, but some of them I'm like,
damn, that came from. Oh, I can hear it now. Once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Yeah, we should do that. We should add that. You know what I mean? To some of the older versions and a little bit of trivia. See if we can guess it. We should do that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, you know I mean, I'm a little left with it. But I'm a little left with it. It happens. I got two things that I want to get off my chest before we wrap it up. I know we want to keep this down to an hour. We kind of hopscotched over, some of the sneakers that dropped out this year. I just want to kind of rate them, thumbs up, thumbs down. We keep it short and sweet. Y'all game with that?
I'm cool with that.
All right, bet. So of the ones that dropped, we got first of the year, the J1 Bolts. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Come on, what say you, gentlemen?
I'm gonna say thumbs to the side with that one. The reason why I say that is because I didn't really like that Volt color, that lime green in it. Like it was
really that was the dopest part.
I didn't like that. I didn't like it. I didn't. I don't know why. I didn't like it. However, you got them, and then you put the shoestrings in it, the same color as the Volts, I believe.
Which glow, by the way.
And it looked nice. Yeah. It looked nice. It just wasn't for me.
Listen.
So you give him a thumb. I'm gonna count that thumb sideways as a thumbs down. What happened, Nate? What's you? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up with him. I like those. I mean,
I get some support finally.
For me, I'm about the colors. I'm about the difference in the styles. I mean, some people like John like a normal, simple. He don't want a flashy sneaker. That's not his lane.
I'm sorry, he's what?
Even though he got one, he got a couple, but that's not his lane. He likes plain Jane.
He's still claiming plain Jane, John. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, not all the time. Not all the time.
Is that what we say? Oh, okay. You're not plain Jane. No, you're not. You're not.
Okay.
No one plain Jane-ish closely to plain Jane gets biohacks. I'm so sorry. As soon as you bought them, you no longer claim. I'm sorry. Am I wrong on that, Nate? The biohacks is nowhere near plain Jane.
Yeah, biohacks is not plain Jane. Once you got those,
the Grinch is on plain Jane either. But
you gotta let plain Jane go. You're no longer plain Jane. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream.
Next up on the list, the J6 Carmines. They dropped out this year. Thumbs up, thumbs down, gentlemen. What say you?
I got them, so they thumbs up. It don't matter. I like Carmine. And I got a pick. I got the pick from back in the day party when we went to that. I was rocking them Johns in them. I had them. The Carmines for me are like a classic Mike sneaker because that's when I see them play them. I see them playing in games and that a lot. So I like them. That's thumbs up.
I'm not a fan of the sixes. The Carmines, I thought they were just okay. A lot of people loved them. People went out of their way for the Carmines, and I was just like, eh.
Did they pay taxes when they went out the way for them?
Say it again.
I said, did they pay taxes when they went out the way for them? Or no?
Nah. They did.
Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna go with a thumbs down on it. You know what I mean? That's just me. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna move it right along to one of our elephants in the room. The J1 Silver Toes, the 10 mans as we call them. What say you, gentlemen? Thumbs up.
Those 2 thumbs up. I had to buy them joints resell because I didn't hit on initial, which is rare for me, but it's okay.
Nate?
Thumbs down.
What?
Yeah, you know why? Because they made them in women's, and they didn't refuse to have my size available, and I refused to pay $458 for a pair.
Yeah, your size. They taxed you, boy.
Fucking crazy.
So you're not saying that you don't fuck shoe. You don't fuck
get them because they have nerve to make them in a woman's size and not making it to my size in the woman's size. So thumbs down. That's me.
Yeah, reselling my size really wasn't all that high, especially when you go and look and try to get them at a sweet spot. Probably about like a week and a half after they drop is the time that you want to get shoes. After 2 weeks and up, they start raising up again.
Well, you know where I'm at with it. I'm all the way thumbs up, yo. I don't fuck with those thin ass laces though. I don't like that. And those glow in the dark, glittery, pale blue, white laces that they come with. Nah.
I don't like those either, but you do got to keep in mind that they were quote unquote a women's shoe. So that's probably why they have those. But those, I can throw those out the window. Those silver laces.
Nah. My bad. I had to take a sip of my. Nah, me over here. Don't make me go up to the closet, bro, and start bringing down boxes. I see you. You doing it, bro. You doing it.
If I bring out boxes, y'all.
For those that can't see, brother Nate over here just broke the black cement. That's what just popped over.
So we can come with the smoke. The next show, we can come with the smoke. We can come with the top.
Because that's what that goes for. That goes for clout. Once again, we're not clout chasing. I just showed this because it goes with my sweatshirts.
It does. I rock those today too. I'm not rocking them now, but I rocked them earlier today.
Sweatshirt goes with the sneaks, but it's not for clout. Nobody's going to closets.
Hey, don't play humble with me. Don't play humble with me. I see what you just did there. I see what you did there. Okay, I see what you did.
I don't need to go upstairs. I don't need to get my brain down.
That's it. Next episode, we bringing out sneakers. That's what's happening. That's what y'all see. Y'all can't
do that shit.
Y'all don't. You didn't see the bully move that he just put out. He ain't even a bully. He pulls out, takes his shoe off, shines it in the camera. That's what he just did right here. And I think that was distasteful and it was ignorant. You heathen. You.
God is dope.
Last but not least,
so University
Blues.
Your shoe match your shirt, Nate. Your shoe match your shirt.
Yeah. Like you're
okay. You bastards.
Oh, okay. All right.
What about you, Mos?
I'm sitting up here in my slides. I know.
We ain't gonna put him in his spot.
Y'all can't pull that on me right now. Y'all caught me off guard. That's all right. I'm coming with it next one. You know what I mean? We'll be back right after these messages. Last but not least on the joint, University Blues today, 10 o'clock. Which was thumbs up, thumbs down? What say you, gentlemen?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs all the way up. And they should be here in about a week.
You bastard.
Thumbs up.
Yes. Yeah, definitely a thumbs up. Them things is fire, bro.
I heard they look better in person. I don't know because I don't have them yet, but I heard they look better in person.
Those, last time I was looking on a site for price drops, well, actually recently, because I'm looking for those Blazer mids, which dropped as well to like 300. But I'm gonna be looking at those. You know what I mean? If they drop down to the 2, I'll be right how you did the 10 mans. If they drop in that 2 range, cool. I don't see that happening.
Can I have 2 range? Nah, not happening. They're gonna drop to like 3 something. They're gonna sell around 320 to 350 for your size.
I need them for 2. But since I got such great loving brothers, if they want to do a little GoFundMe or cash at me a little bit, I'm here for that. I'm here for all of that.
It ain't gonna happen.
Remember that friendships, people getting closer. See, this is what I got to do. You know how you acting right now? You acting real ungodly right now, bro. You acting real ungodly, and I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, I went there a little bit. I went there a little bit, you know what I mean? But we ain't throwing shots. Let me have a drink.
But that was an ungodly move, though. That's okay.
Nobody want to do it. Nobody.
Oh my gosh! Can y'all put the shades down?
This is the awkward silence, man. There's a lot of inside stuff going on here that I listeners can't relate to. You know what I mean? But that's what's up.
It is what it is.
We love you, bro. I know you're listening. We love you. Anyway, moving on. We gotta wrap this thing up, yo. But
can't be ungodly.
Oh no, the racism is killing me on the inside.
Can't be ungodly if I'm rocking a Goddess Dope shirt.
Yeah, I swear, we got to get this done. We got to wrap. I got a couple more things I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I got to get off this joint because my chipmunk might tear his Achilles and I need get going. But before we get off of this joint, I want to go back to the intro a little bit. You know what I mean? I want to highlight that, this is our first podcast. And this is, even though it's a podcast, we recording this, most going to chop it up and we're going to put something out there for everyone to watch. The dynamic across the three of us is just so fucking dope. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful to have y'all and looking at some of the things that we were texting and we say, what we going to talk about? What's some of the topics and things like that we was going to hash up on the joint. And I remember we was mentioning, we should talk about, who had the biggest impact on us as a person, or at least on the person that you become. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when I thought about that, I was thinking about that on a note where we're going to end on that. And I was thinking about those individuals. If I had to be 100 on it, it's y'all. It's literally y'all. Like the later parts of my life, where we are now, it's y'all. Like I look forward to communicating with y'all. I look forward to, chopping it up with y'all and the dynamic that we have on this podcast. I totally agree with the fact that it needs to be recorded. We should just put it out there so other people can share in that positive energy and the laughs that we bring and the stuff that we chop up. And we finally did it. Episode 1, brethren. It's out.
The books.
It's out. It's out there. You know what I mean? We did. That was a bucket list item for us. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to, applaud to, to the both of y'all, you know what I mean? And just salute to us real quick. And before we get out of here, I just want to highlight that somebody didn't do their homework. We was actually supposed to talk about Coming to America, but since somebody didn't watch it, we can't.
Yeah.
We got to save that for next,
I'm the one.
I watched it for all the people. I watched it. I'm ready to discuss.
But we'll talk about that on the next one because it's
did
talked about for a while.
I ain't watched it. I might watch it after this.
Yeah, as you should, because it's never mind. I'll say my opinion for the next episode.
Exactly.
All right, I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch it.
Do your homework. Watch the movie. It's a good.
But evil.
I'm done.
Everybody, all of our listeners, you know what I mean? We appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. My brethren's over here, Nate, Bully.
Right, definitely.
Cheesesteak and chicks. What did I just say? Cheesesteaks and chicken box.
Blame it on the
I will.
Okay.
You get that one.
Cheesesteak and chicken boxes.
Chicken boxes in the books, episode 1. Yo, we out of here, gentlemen.
CNC out.
CNC out.